Do you know what GEO is? It's the new term. Some people are calling it LLM SEO. Some call it AI. So there's all kinds of different terms. Essentially, the concept is, how do you get the AI agents to talk about your business instead of your competitors? If that's something you've been wondering about, that's what we're diving into today. Welcome to Small Business Big Visibility. This is a podcast dedicated to small business owners like you, helping you think differently so you can make smarter decisions and grow your business, giving you more of the freedom you've been looking for. We're in a mini-series all about websites and how to grow your website presence. Now, today we want to drop in to the AI world and talk a little bit about that. It's such a prevalent topic. I was at a meeting the other day and there was probably about 40 people in the room. When I mentioned I was going to put together some training on AI and how to use AI for your business, and that was something that I was contemplating, I had about 35 of the 40 people tell me that they wanted to attend the event. Absolutely crazy. In the business world, this is such a fire topic right now. And the big question that I get asked over and over and over is, how do I get the AI agents to mention my company? I don't know if you've thought about that yet, but in today's world, people are using AI more and more every day. Basically, it's getting infused into the fabric of the internet. And if we're not prepared for it and not thinking about it at least a little bit, we're going to get left behind. My goal isn't for you to get left behind. It's the exact opposite. I want you leading that field of competitors. I want you out there growing your business and having the impact you've been looking for. Let's dive into some things you should be doing or shouldn't be doing to try and get more traffic from the AI agents. So the first thing you should be doing is you need to have a website. If you don't have one, in order to show up for the AI agents, you have to have a good website that talks about your business. Now, the way that AI works is they first went out and they would gather as much information as they could from all over, so primarily from the internet. And depending on the AI platform, they have access to different data. So some companies, like Google, has access to your Google business profile, but Grok, for example, might not have access to that Google business profile, but Grok's going to have access to other things that Google might not. So each one has a slightly different base that they pulled from, but most of it's the same. By and large, it's the same. And then that data is all stuffed into these memory banks, and that data is used to help teach and train these AI models. And that data is kind of the base knowledge that gets used to teach the AIs about the world. Now, there's a real benefit to having your content in the base training model, because then it's intimately aware of your company and the concepts that you teach, etc. But on top of that, AIs are now going out and performing searches on different websites when you're asking them questions. So they're doing research in real time in addition to the knowledge that they have stored in their databanks. So having a good website is critical to having the AI know enough about you to be able to even recommend you. But then just having a website's not enough. The website has to have good information about who you are, who you help, how you help, what makes you different, why people would want to work with you. You usually want to have some trust symbols. You want to make sure that they understand the full story of who your company is. And here's an example of why. And over time, this is going to change and evolve. But right now, if you use AI a lot as an individual, and you're constantly talking about AI, it's important for you to recognize that AI is learning about you as well. And so over time, it stores information about you in its knowledge. And so when it interacts with you, it understands more about you and it can take and cater its answers back to you. So let's say, for example, that you're a veteran and you love working with veteran-owned companies and you love supporting the veteran community. It's a fair assessment that if the AI's picked up on that, it's going to go out and look when doing research on which roofing company that you want to hire, that it's going to factor that veteran factor in. So if, for example, now there's a bunch of companies that could be getting your business and half of them are owned by a veteran, but only one of them talks about how it's veteran owned, the AI won't know that half of them are owned by veterans. It's only going to know the one that's talking about that it's veteran owned. Therefore, it says, hey, you're a veteran. This one company is veteran owned. That might be a good fit. So hopefully that example gives you a bit of an idea of why it's so critical to have a complete and full picture of your business and of your website as you're trying to rank for the AI agents. So again, the more complete your information is, the more helpful. But that's still not enough. There's more to it than that. If you've never heard of Schema, Schema is a tool that's used to basically connect the information from human language to machines so that machines can understand what this page on your website is, or what this video is about, or what this content within the web page is all about. And Schema is a technical thing, but my understanding is AI agents love Schema. Also, AIs really love FAQs. So right now, putting FAQs on your website can be really helpful to getting the AI to talk about you, because it's a good, easy to digest piece of information that they can reference. Another thing, they love credibility. So what organizations carry credibility in your industry or in your community? The more you're connected to those, the more that the AI is going to have good references back to your business, which makes them think that you're a trustworthy source. Now, a really cool thing about AI is you can ask them, hey, what should I do for my business? And give them your website address and ask it, what should I do for my business? Here's my website address. What can I do so that you'll recommend me more? Now, unlike search engine optimization, where it's kind of a mystery and just pure guesswork, AIs are pretty generous to tell you, well, I noticed you're not this, or I noticed you did this, or I noticed these things. I'd recommend changing A, B, and C, and that's going to help. So if you want to rank, the first thing you can do is just ask the AI what it wants to see so that you can do a better job of it and give it more of what it's looking for. But on top of it, the real core of all of this, if you boiled it down to its most basic principle, it's having a clear brand, communicating that clear brand clearly, and then making sure that that message is available everywhere. The more you do that, that's kind of the base level. It'll help you in every aspect of your business, not just with AI, but it's also going to help with the AI as well.